Hi everyone, I am back and this is part 3 of playing around with this skinny little journal. And in this video I am going to finish up a couple of the blank pages that I have in here, and then also decorate, do some other embellishments and decorating and things like that. So thank you for joining me today. If you're new, I'm Sandy, and I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button if you're new. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for continuing to support me. And please leave comments down below. I really want to hear from you all. So let's get going on here. I pulled out, so I thought I would use some of my stamps. So I pulled out some stamps, and then these are some of my Your Creative Studio stamps, and I did an unboxing on that. And then I also pulled out several of my different things that I have made for inspiration, like my specimen cards and other tags and things like that. So I thought I would look through here as well to see if there's anything in here that I can use. And I also have some more lace and ribbon and things like that. So let's get going. First off, I want to start with just doing a little background stamping on here. So I think I'll start off with my favorite stamp, the script stamp. I have it listed down below, got it on Amazon. And I'm going to try walnut stain. It might be too dark, but we'll give it a go. And I just kind of do a random little spot on the stamp because I don't do the whole stamp, and just kind of put it down. Oh yeah, no, that's perfect. I think that's nice. I hope y'all are doing well, having a good day. Yeah, I like that a lot. Might put a little bit down here. I really haven't done a whole lot today. I went for a walk. And then I've just been piddling here in the craft room. I have 3 different sets of Alex drawers from IKEA. And 2 of them are the narrow kind, and 1 of them is the bigger kind. And I think I'm actually going to do some rearranging. I have my stamps in 3 of the skinnier drawers, and I think I'm going to move them over to the bigger drawer and take the things in the bigger drawer, move them over to the smaller drawer. Because the bigger drawer I can pull up, it is on wheels, and roll it up right behind me. And I use my stamps more than the other thing I have in the bigger one are paints and my jelly rolls, and I just don't use those as often. And I might just a little bit on here. Alright, I'm going to go through the rest of these pages with this stamp, and then I'll be back. Alright, so I've used these 3 stamps mainly. They're script stamps. This one has butterflies on it. And then this is just a smaller script and a larger script. So I did a little bit on the front and back. and then just kind of randomly throughout the journal there. And then I think I am going to get some stencils out next and do a little stenciling here. I've got a whole bunch of stencils out, and I'll probably end up using maybe 3 of them. But that's okay. I think I'll use tea dye for the stencils. This first little stencil I'm using, I actually got this at the Dollar Tree a while ago, and I thought the size of each of the little designs would be perfect for this background stamping. And just remember, when you're doing stenciling and you kind of just want it in the background, don't press really hard with your blending brush. You'll want to kind of get a feel for it. You can practice on a separate piece of paper to kind of get the feel. You want it to show up, but you don't want it to really be the focal point. And then I do have a fairly decent number of Tim Holtz stencils. I usually get them when I am looking for them on sale or when I have a coupon. Joann's, oftentimes I can get them 30 or 40% off. I don't really see them ever for sale at Hobby Lobby anymore, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. Yeah, here's another. Now, Tim Holtz also has kind of these mini stencils where the design is even a little bit smaller, and I like these for backgrounds as well. And I don't want the rough or the real defined edge, and so that's why I'm just kind of going in the middle of that stencil. And then this stencil is actually a Diane Reverly, a Dilutions stencil, and I do have quite a bit of her stencils. I actually got most of them online at rangerinc.com, and I didn't really get a lot of them on sale, but I really like her stencils. They're very high quality and great for journaling. And then this set I got on Amazon. I'll see if I can find the link for this. It came with a whole big set of stencils. And I love adding a little bit of alphabets and numbers on a page. Kind of got that inspiration from Tim Holtz. These are the Tim Holtz field notes. One of my patrons, Kelly, she had posted that she bought this stamp set, and I don't think I had ever seen it before she posted it on Instagram, and I loved it. I was like, I want this, because I love the labels. There's a lot of labels that he sells that have these stamped images on them, but I like being able to stamp them myself. Like, I love stamping it on this little tag right here. It just adds a whole lot of fun to it for me. And this bird stamp is one of my favorite. I stamped this out onto just cream colored cardstock and kind of tore around the edges, making my own little embellishment pieces to use in the future. So yeah, this is a really nice, it's expensive, but it's a really nice stamp set. I highly recommend it if you're looking for one. And I thought this was fun, stamping on the little belly band ruler. And then again, stamping on the little journaling card. Love that. So I'm going to go ahead and continue putting some decorations in here, like maybe some clusters and some lace down the page edges and things like that. And then I'll be back to show you the full flip through. I think I am going to call this signature finished. And I might actually be breaking it out into 2 signatures. I haven't totally decided, but let me show you some of the final ephemera pieces. There are quite a few things I did off camera, so let me kind of show those to you. Here I have this sweet little cluster right here. that I used items from this kit, this May kit, and added some of my own seam binding that I dyed myself, and then a little bit of cheesecloth. And then I added some lace trim. If you want to see, I have videos on me making all the items that I'm going to show you, so you can check out those videos if you want some more inspiration. So you can see all the fun little stamping and stenciling that I did. It just adds another layer of unctuousness. And then I used the Tim Holtz linen tape, and I added 3 little tabs on here. And then here is another little cluster that I did. And I love that my seam binding, you know, I made it in bulk, and I have a video on how to make that as well. And I can just pull it from my stash, so that's nice. And then I added this onto here, added this onto this page, and then some more of the lace trim. And here I had a little snippet of this ruler left over, so I just glued it. I thought that was kind of fun. And then in this pocket, I made one of these index card pockets. It has a pocket here, and it has a pocket here. And I have a video on how to make these as well. And then I added an eyelet and this little bulb pin and key. And I thought it would be the perfect thing to add into this side pocket, because then it tucks out a little bit, sticks out a little bit. So that's kind of fun. I love these little Tim Holtz stamps randomly throughout the signature. Another little tab. And here I just did a little additional background stamping, you can see, and some stenciling with some letters. This page doesn't need much, if you ask me. And then here I did some more stenciling, letter and number stenciling. And then on here I thought it would be fun to add, I'd mentioned that I wanted to stitch around these, but stitching in a circle was a little challenging for me. So I just used my black pen. I used my Posca pen here, and I'll list that down below. I love this pen. They don't bleed through. This is the PC-3M, and they have different thicknesses as well, but I love Posca. And then I added this little quote, "Just one life," and then some little stamping around there. And then I added this lace trim here. And then here I took out another Tim Holtz stamp and added that here. I'll list this one down below. I think it's called maybe Correspondence, or I forget the name of that stamp set, but I'll list that down below. And then another tab. And then here I took, I have this old sweater of mine that I love the sweater, but I had never wore it. So I made a little lace pocket with some book page and then sewed around the edges. And then just did some more stenciling and stamping on here. And I also did some stenciling and stamping on the tag as well. So I think I'm going to call this done for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work in it. So I've decided I'm going to keep it, and I think I'm going to break it into 2 signatures, add a cover on it, and then just continue to play in it and add some more details along the way. But my final thoughts on the Tall Skinny Journal, I don't hate it. So I'm glad I gave it a try, and I'm glad these digitals from Pink Monarch Prints worked so perfectly to help me make this. and gave me the inspiration for it. And I like I like how skinny it is. I don't know if I'll continue to make these. We'll see. Because I do actually, it is easy to decorate them, but I do actually like a little bit more real estate on a page when I am journaling. So we'll see. There might be more in my future. But thank you all so much for coming along on this journey with me. And if you're new, I hope this inspires you to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. I'm going to make a playlist that has like making ephemera. I think that might be a good playlist. And that way all those are kind of together. But yeah, so, and again, a big shout out to my patrons. Thank you all so much for your support. It means the world to me. And I will see you all on the next video. Bye.